going on, Tentacle? My name is Billy the Squid, and we are back with a new character build in Final Fantasy. A new Final Fantasy character build in Elden Ring. This time we are playing the main villain of Final Fantasy VI, Mr. Kefka Palazzo, the god of magic himself. And this is going to be an interesting one. This build has little to no actual weaponry to it. It is almost a pure magic build, just as Kefka should be, being the god of magic and all that stuff. He really only used a dagger, which we do have a dagger, but it won't be used for anything other than critical hits. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna walk you guys through the build as we kind of use it and show you where my mindset was at with this build. We're gonna be doing a new game plus run because to make the build I had to get him up to 200 and go through and get a bunch of stuff from both the base game and the DLC to make this whole thing work out. So without further ado, let's get into that new game plus cycle, and let me show you guys what Kefka has in store. Very excited for this one. This one's gonna be fun. Mage builds in Elden Ring are probably the best that mage builds have felt since Dark Souls 2, in my opinion. So very cool. Very cool. All right, begin journey 2. Let's go. What's up, Jake, Izzy, CJ? How you guys doing? Welcome on in. Welcome. So, first things first, I moved my camera up so that you guys can actually see all of the build stuff down below. But we are going to be using the Staff of the Great Beyond primarily. If you wanted to really be froggy with it, you could use the Great Golden Order Seal and the Prince of Death Staff. Those are both int and faith scaling seals and staff, respectively, for your incants and your sorceries. But I'm lazy, and there's already going to be enough spell swapping with this build to make it so that I don't have to swap Catalyst as well in the middle of things. So bear with me on that one, please. I realize that I should probably just get rid of those guys real quick. So, first thing first. Kefka likes a few things. He likes chaos, magic, and poison. And the cool thing about the DLC was they added the perfumer weapons. And another cool thing about the DLC is, as you can see, I don't have the arcane scaling to properly use the deadly perfume bottles. But it doesn't matter, because we just need to be able to use the weapon art. And luckily for us, you don't need to have all the stats going to be able to use the weapon art. I think you only need the strength and dexterity stat. The arcane stat isn't a factor. So we have just that. And as you can see, throw that out there and get that poison a-rolling. No, thank you. None of that. I've been playing enough Night Rain. I don't really need to. Oh god, I've been playing a lot of Night Rain, and me wanting to hit Earth or left joystick to do things is concerning. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Lego. So that's a little taste of what the build has in store. A lot of the inspiration for this build, while it is taken from Final Fantasy VI specifically, with like him having all the elemental magics and stuff like that, it takes more heavy inspiration, oddly enough, from his showcase in Dissidia. which is the Final Fantasy fighting game where it brings like all the characters together and they duke it out. He was super unique in Dissidia in the fact that while he had like the standard magic and stuff, his magic was different. It had like really weird names to it. It behaved differently than any of the other characters' magic. Like his Firaga did different things than other characters' Firaga. His Blizzaga and Thundaga. His Thundaga would like do like zigzags across the screen and stuff, made it like really hard to predict when it was going to hit you. Kind of like Darkseid's Omega Beam, if you're familiar with like DC Comics and shit like that. So it was cool. So I took inspiration from that to kind of formulate which spells I picked out for him in this run. And I love how the outfit turned out. I think that this drip is just perfect for our homie. It embodies everything that he is, I think, almost to a T. And then I had the wife make the hair and the face paint and all that stuff, obviously. But yeah, so a little showcase of what we got for him. Blizzard, his Blizzard spell is the Glintstone Ice Crag. It's a real slow moving projectile. It doesn't go very far, but it's pretty unique, and he needed, like, we need an ice variant. So this is kind of what I settled into with that. Fuck. Unfortunately, until I get Godric defeated, I cannot use the full moon, which is going to be his version of Meteor. Yes, he had Meteor before Sephiroth did. No, it was not as iconic as Sephiroth's Meteor, but it did get the job done. We have a few different fire spells. Catch Flame is going to be like our standard like melee base spell for this run. It's quick, it's snappy. It kind of has that vibe to it. Glintstone Nails, while it is a physical spell, it has that weird movement that I was telling you about with like the thunder spells from Dissidia. So I like how it kind of moves, and it feels like it would go well with his like entire vibe. Fortis Axe's Lightning Spears. Can't have a standard lightning cast. It has to be red lightning erupting around you. Very cool. Aroga, her arrow. I just love the dancing with this spell, to be honest with you. That's the biggest reason I picked it. It's goofy, it matches the vibe, and it's effective. Very good AoE spell. Another good AoE spell, this one specifically for your NPC invaders, Unendurable Frenzy. If you need like sustained fire damage or you have an NPC invader, just unload on them. It's we have enough frenzy resistance that we don't need to worry about getting frenzy through a full burst, so that will run out of mana before we get frenzied. So that's cool. And then on top of Meteor, we have his signature move. So it was either going to be this or the Meme Beam. I feel like this is more appropriate. This is his Light of Judgment, his signature move from Final Fantasy VI, what he used to smite towns. And I think it's great. And you just don't frostbite, do you, bud? Oh, shit, forgot you can do that. I promise I'm not crouch spamming to be disrespectful. I just am so used to Night Rain at this point. I thought I was gonna circle back and get him. Zip. No! Oh, those got him on the backside. What are we doing here? Zip. Zip. You want some lightning in the bum? Have some lightning in the bum. Hyper armor. We love to see it. We love to see it. And I didn't even poison him like I should have. But yeah, that is the Kefka build for the most part. There's a few other spells that I'm like toying around with, but this is kind of what I've settled on for the overall vibe of Kefka as a character. I'll show you what else I'm kind of tossing around in my brain. Memorize spells, so we're doing Renala's full moon. I guess I can use the dark moon until I get Godric's thing. Blades of Stone, really cool. It's a two slot use though, and I don't really feel like using that. Glintstone Nails, just better than Glintstone Nail in my opinion. So not really interested in that as well. Land of Shadow is an interesting one. I couldn't really justify it because we have Light of Judgment as our holy spell. I just, as cool as it is, I don't know where it would mesh with him as a character. So I've also got single Ancient Dragon Lightning Spear if I wanted to go away from having both of them. But since we have the hyper armor from Fortisax's Lightning Spears, don't really feel like I need it. O Flame was one I tossed around, but it's not as fast and snappy as what Catch Flame is. So it got the no. Whirl O Flame is really cool. I might play around with it whenever we don't have Unendurable Frenzy going, because it is pretty neat. Along with Fire Serpent. Fire Serpent's a little too long of a cast for me to be like a spam cast spell, but it has that like bizarre movement that kind of checks in on that vibe too. Rain of Fire is nifty. Flame of Frenzy, if I don't want to do the full Unendurable Frenzy, I could just do that for little bursts, but you go all in. You go all in. We also have Frenzied Burst for sniping, one that I'm kind of tossing around. Watchful Spirit, really cool spell, kind of dog water, but and it also doesn't really fit the vibe. Divine Bird Feathers was one I was looking for a reason to use, and I can't justify it. So, yeah, really these two are the only ones I might play around with, and I might actually do Whirl O Flame right now, just to kind of see how it do in practicality, because it's such a long cast, but I feel like it in theory should do a lot of damage. I guess you can cast it pretty quick if you don't charge it. I wonder if it hits multiple times. It does. Okay. So that might actually be a decent little fire spell whenever I'm not needing Unendurable Frenzy. Okay, okay. Might test it on something a little bit thicker here. How you doing, Celia? Your favorite creepy clown. Yep. Indeed, indeed. What's your taste on this guy? 1,300. That's that ain't too bad. Although Catch Flame is just broken, so you know, can't really judge it based off of that. Dude, why did that do so much damage when the other one didn't? Did only like one nail hit? Was it like right on the end of the cast range? We did 500 with the charge cast, and that light cast just kind of did 1,500 straight up. Boop. It's so goofy, but so cool. Ouch. Boys? This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a good time, I think. I'm excited about how this build's kind of already working out. I have a lot of different spells for a lot of different situations, and that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Plus, I got the poison, so you know. So you know. And these streams are gonna be kind of boss rushy type streams, since they're new game plus runs. I would like to strike an accord.
Have you a sir, but you? I can play turning wood to aid you. You need to the foot.
Let's do it.
Summon me. Torrent. Treat him with.
Bye-bye, milady. We've got an omen to conquer. You know, you guys look a little too happy. Let's bring the light of judgment down. Excellent. I didn't like that group of enemies anyway. It is nighttime. There should be a burb around here. One second also. Do I have my I don't think I have an NVIDIA set up to record. I can't remember if I do or not, though. Hurry up and update, NVIDIA! I've got things to fight. How are you doing tonight, Celia? Welcome on in, welcome on in. Where was the burb? I'm trying to remember. Settings. There it is. Okay, so I do have it set up. Let's see if it's actually going to do a thing. It is not. Well, that's just not going to work for me. Testing, testing. That's the correct button, right? Do I not have the overlay turned on? Instant replay is off. Instant replay is on. I need to open and close the game again, maybe? Let's try that. Give me 1 second, chat. I need to be able to get clip skis. Getting ready for the old grind. The shelves, they call me. I understand. I get it. Been there, Done that. Hopefully, the shelves are kind to you this evening. Okay, I see the overlay. And we are recording instant replay. Wonderful. Excellent, excellent. Let's do the dang thing. Where's that darned old bird? Can't remember exactly where it spawns. But I have a mighty need. Ooh. Steam, why you being weird? Calm down. Calm down, Steam. It's not in the graveyard, right? Am I tripping, chat? There is a deathrite bird around here, right? I may be tripping. I think it's right there. Might be right there amongst all these giants. Yeah, it's right here. It's just a death bird, not a deathrite bird. Wow. I see. That goat. No, don't do it again. You're as bad as a sheep in Nier. Holy. Oh my god. Actually does some decent damage. What's the range like on this thing? Not super worth using uncharged, though. Good thing about that is even if I get knocked out of the animation, as long as like the initial cast hits, it still goes. So we win those. Was it a sheep or was it a goat? It was a goat, a ram to be specific. The ram rammed me out of my animation twice. It was a rude, crude dude. Also, I feel like there should be a bell bearing around here too. And yet there never is. Anyway, let's go fight an omen. Let's go fight an omen. Hello, Mr. Dismounter. Are you planning to try and dismount me? I would not. The piggy was hard to steer. I think that's primarily the pig's fault. I take no responsibility for the user error. All right. Omen time. You really shouldn't be coming here, bud. It's only going to bend poorly for you. Oh, that does knock up? Yo, is that a Melania killer? Wild. All right. In we go. So first thing first, we got to run up and assert dominance by poisoning the water supply. As well as ourselves. And then a little bit of meteor action. Huzzah. That was not instant frostbite, but it's okay. Because that was. Undo the frostbite. Wanna step up? Ooh, he actually knocked me out of the animation for that last part. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so that does not get hyper armor. That's good to know. So charge at your own risk. And Whirl of Flame gets a hitbox for every little tick. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the Whirl of Flame. It checks out. But I don't know if it's worth. I don't know if it's worth. I think Fire Serpent might actually be the better play.
To see when it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Very well, let my hand.
We'll give it a go. We'll play around with them. Figure out the full extent of the chaos we can bring. All right, back we go. I don't want to talk to those losers at the round table. I promise I'm not teabagging. Night Rain is ruined. Night Rain has made it as hard to go back to regular Elden Ring as what Dark Souls 3 did to go back to Dark Souls 1. It's aged the prior games so much that it feels geriatric at this point. Dark Souls 2 is its own beast, and it kind of has its own unique feel separate from all of the other ones, so it's hard to compare, but yeah. What losers are you talking about? Are you talking about the Empyrean losers, or are you talking about the heroes that let him win for a year?
You there? Come over here.
Nope. Nope. The heroes mostly? Yeah. Man, Final Fantasy VI is a great game. I hope this is like my top tier game remake that I could ever want, ever, okay? Would be Final Fantasy VI in the style of Clair Obscur, like that modern turn-based RPG style. I think it would be amazing if they were to remake Final Fantasy VI. It has to be like that, because Final Fantasy VI, for those that don't know, was the last of the 2D Final Fantasy games. So it has the most room to alter. And I don't know. I just think that would be cool. And they have said that they have taken Clair Obscur's notice, and it's going to change the future of Final Fantasy. They realize that people do like turn-based games when they're well made. I don't know why Persona didn't give people that cluing, but apparently Clair Obscur was the wake-up call. Yeah, that was a weird thing. I understand why they had to do the plot point that they did with that, but it was weird having them kind of just like blindly start trusting the Empire after everything. I guess not blindly. They didn't trust the Emperor that much, but they didn't expect Kefka to turn on the Empire. They thought he was on leash more than what he was, and then he proved sure as hell he was not. Let's try with the Eat Barrels, boys. Another reason I'm using this for my Blizzard spell is just because it is a very quick and spammable spell. And other than Catch Flame, I didn't really have any of those with this build, so. Because while the nails are good, they're not spammable. Same thing with Fire Serpent. It's kind of spammable, but not really. And it has that like long delay before it even gets out there to hit. So it's a weird spell. Nah, have not seen the new Jurassic World. Is it good? You like it? Did it do everything right? It looked really good. Oh god, I can't see. Okay, so that does not knock up like I thought it would, but it does stagger. It was good? You liked it? Hell yeah. Love that. Curved Sword Talisman. Oh, I guess I should show off the rest of the build then also, shouldn't I? Let me put my beautiful face away. This is what we're rocking. So deadly perfume bottles plus 10 just for the weapon arts. Poison is Kefka's forte, so this is an instant poison both to himself and the enemy, but we got plenty of boluses for that. We also have the good Misericord for anytime we happen to get a down, we can swap to that and do the stab. I've got it infused with cold to give it some magic scaling and some ice damage on top of it. Again, Staff of the Great Beyond, because I'm lazy, you can double up and do Prince of Death Staff and Golden Order Seal respectively if you're willing to officially min-max your damage, but the damage drop-off is not that high, in my opinion, so not really worth worrying about. Commoner's Headband, just to have no headband. He kind of has like a little bandana thing, but nothing to really be able to give him the ponytail look. So this is a good placeholder. And then Eccentric's armor set for the eccentric look to it. Same thing with the pants, very gestury. And then I decided on Guardian bracers for the armor. As far as talismans go, boost max FP because we're going to be doing a lot of spell casting. Kindred of Rot Exaltation. Things will always be poisoned unless they're immune to poison, so we get a free boost there. And then Grave Mass and Phlox Canvas for both sorcery and incantation boosting. Pretty bog standard, as you can see on my stats on the other side. They're very high on the intelligence and faith. Faith 72 for Light of Judgment, intelligence 68, and then once we get the Godric Great Rune, it'll go up to be able to use Renala's Dark Moon. No Arcane, because we didn't need it. FP, mine was our dump stat, so 37 there, and then 60 Vigor, because you always need 60 health, no matter what the build is. So that's our Kefka build on a statistical side. So let's keep this ball rolling. Go get that Great Rune. It is weird. Can somebody kind of fill me in on the difference between Ronnie's Dark Moon and Renala's Dark Moon? I know Renala's costs or is 70 to use. Ronnie's is 68. Ronnie's has a higher mana cost for whatever reason. Can I hit this guy around the corner? Haha, I can. Scumazed. But they both do frost. They both debuff to magic, so I'm just not 100% sure what the real difference other than looks is for the two. It's a weird thing. Weird thing. I can do wind spells too, bud. Ooh. I canceled him right out. No! Okay. I was wondering, is it going to make me go all the way down, or is it going to do the vaporize? I was expecting the plop. God, it's a long run back. Gravity again. Get him, boys. I am indeed the foolish fool. Quite literally this time. All right, speedy run back. Let's go. Is it? Boys, do better. Just do better. But yeah, I don't know the difference between the Dark Moons. I don't know if there really is much of a difference. From what I gathered, Renala's does more damage. Probably because it requires more to use. But like I said, Ronnie's has a higher FP cost from what I remember. I might have him backwards, but I don't think I do. I don't know if Ronnie's has like higher cold buildup. Is weird. They're full moon sorceries. God, that tornado is massive. Big tornado. All right. We're gonna shortcut this. Huzzah! What's up, fellers? Well, let's go through this. I was probably gonna stop on that barricade, isn't it? Yeah. It's the only issue with this spell. It's a pretty thin line, though. As long as the center of the spell is not being hit on something. God, it's so wide, too. I'm so glad I tried this spell out. It's making me super happy. You can kind of free aim it almost, too. Yo, did it have a... Does it have a damage box? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh my god, who... Did you blow your friends up? I need to see if it has a hitbox on the dance. So it definitely, like, he blocked. So it's at least got an impact box. You stop. Okay, so it's got an impact box, but it doesn't do damage until you send it flying. Interesting. Fire Snake, you're disappointing me right now. That's why I wasn't sold on you in the first place. Oh my god, did that really get caught on the barrier? Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hitboxes are so weird. A beam that comes from the sky gets caught on a line of sight barrier. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Spells. Ronnie's Dark Moon, 68, 57 cost. Renala's 47 cost, so it's 10 more FP. Cost less int. And like I said, the spell Sorcery of the Symbolic Carrion Queen, Legendary Symbolic, like Sorcery Symbolic of the Carrion Queen. So one's regular, one's legendary. Use the caster as a vessel to incarnate a cold dark moon, then send it floating towards foes. Incarnate a full moon, then send it floating towards foes. Full moon dispels all sorceries that it touches. The dark moon dispels all sorceries that it touches and temporarily reduces magic damage negation for those it strikes. And temporarily reduces magic negation for those it strikes. And they both do frost damage, as far as I remember. That might be the only difference, is Renala's might not do frost damage, but I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. It might not, though. Wow. OP barrel is OP. Wonder if the nails can reach that bird. Boop. Nope, not quite. Wonder if the tornado can cut through this stuff and reach that bird. Nope, not quite. Oh, it did! Haha! Spoke too soon. Yeah, it does do frostbite. Because the frostbite just wore off of the first bird that I killed. got to, right? I'm not tripping, right? Yeah, this man's frostbit, clearly. Clearly frostbit. So if I go up and use this fire spell on him, the frost goes away and he just has the magic debuff on him. Got him in the kneecap. So I don't know. I don't know the difference, guys. Call myself an Elden Ring guy and I don't even know the difference between the moon spells. Alrighty then. Let's do it up. See how fast we can beat up Grafted Boy. It's gonna take 1 or 2 moons to frostbite you. 1. Boy, do I love how slowly you walk at me. Boy, do I love how slowly I descend from that animation. Can we fight in the open area? I'm starting to get a little claustrophobic. Too slow. Round 2. You still frostbit? No. That's okay. There's the frostbite. Oh, get in there. Haha. Got him. I forgot to poison him too. So. Bathed in rays of gold. So this is all fine and dandy. But I have a feeling that an all mage build is going to really start struggling once we get to both endgame of this and DLC. And to be clear, I do have all of the goods for the Erdtree. I've got all the skadoosh fragments and the summon fragments. Speaking of, I haven't even tried any of the summons yet, which I really shouldn't need to this early, but I can at least showcase them. But I think I need to go to the Twin Maiden Husks and buy the bell. I think I've gone too far. So, as far as spirit summons go, Kefka's whole thing and the whole Final Fantasy VI universe, magic is derived from espers. And magicite is an esper's soul that has crystallized. So think of it like materia in Final Fantasy VII, but it holds the soul of a esper. And if you're holding that magicite, not only are you learning the spells that esper would do, typically, but you can also use that magicite to summon the Esper for a powerful attack. And that's kind of where this whole idea for the summons comes from. Because basically what Kefka does is he absorbs a bunch of Espers and magicite to like overload himself with magic. And become the god of magic after doing some crazy stuff with 3 statues. It's a long, complex thing, but needless to say, we have several different summons. Dragon summon for Bahamut, Golem for Titan. There's a bird summon, I can't remember what its name is. But a few different cool beastie boys to bring out for summoning thing. We can do the jellyfish ashes. Lot of cool summons to pull from. But Bahamut, Titan, and then as you're climbing the tower to fight Kefka in his god of magic form, you are fighting a army of Kefka clones. So this is my reason to use the mimic tier to bring out a Kefka clone. So had to do it. Anyway, I don't think I have the bell, but we will see. I'll throw them on there just to see if when I get near Tombstone, if it pops up. Actually, let's just go back to the round table and see if it's in the shop. New items can be purchased from the Twin Maiden Husk. Are you sure about that? Purchase items. Okay, I do have the Spirit Calling Bell. Cool. Cool, dope, sick. Excellent. All right. Next stop, the Moon Lady. Next stop, Moon Lady. Yo, you can cast the Divine Beast Tornado off the horse? That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. I'm liking the spell more and more. So you can cast that off the horse, but you can't do the Light of Judgment off the horse. Make that make sense. Oh, I gotta have my cool float. Oh, we lose our hyper armor, though. Being on the horse. Oh, and it does go the direction we are pointing, so it's not without its faults. Okay. Still good to know. Nice to have a... I think it's a great crowd control spell. I genuinely do. All right, so before we can fight Le Queen, we gotta go rough it up with the Dargan. So let's go rough it up with the Dargan, shall we? Ding. Wraith calling bell OP. I need to get some more relics in Night Rain for the Wraith calling bell. It's just such a good starter relic that anybody can use. Make those Guardian and Raider and Wilder FP pools actually mean something early. Another Deathray bird spawns here, but I don't think it's nighttime. It is not. 'Tis not the night. Buy some prawn though. What's up, prawn man? Prawn man. Another thing I wish is that God, Night Rain made Elden Ring feel weird. Being able to open the map in Night Rain and still be able to move. Such an amazing quality of life buff. Also, I never went and activated the Great Rune. Do I have to do that again? Do I have to go to the tower again? I can't remember. Or do I just need to go into the menu and pop that shiz? Ari, are you over here? Get got, buddy. Church of the Rose, he should be around here, but he's not. That's because I didn't talk to him. It's the quick and easy way to get to Moog. But it's fine. We can do it the hard way if need be. We can do it the hard way if need be. Or I can go back and talk to him. I don't really care. The temple quarters. We're close. We're close to our Dargan friend. Everybody's favorite repeat enemy in Elden Ring. The Dargans. There's a Grace around here. Where the hell is it? Where's the Grace game? Oh, it's way the hell out there. Dargan's so good that they made an entire area full of them in the DLC. Let's see if Ari's still back here. He is. What's up, buddy? The map.
Oh, you, my compressor. Now, for an audience. Go for an audience.
You want me to go talk to the Two Fingers? Oh, that's right. You gotta go talk to the Two Fingers, and he's like, they're liars, aren't they? They don't feel sincere, do they? They feel like they're manipulating you from the inside.
Let the anchor until it was to drag across the
They are weird. I don't like how fuzzy they are. Never have. Never have. All right, back to Vare. Hoppy's gone now. The Rose Church. Can do, bud. Can do. Setting us up for the future. Southeast. Through the temple quarters. To the Rose Church. We will be doing the Flame of Frenzy ending, by the way. It is the Kefka way. Not doing it to save the lady, of course, but just doing it because burn it all.
You've had your what?
They didn't seem right.
The words of the truly, I believe even worse. That's the part. Oh. A means for give it a try. And if it I've high.
Yep.
There's no tarnish.
Online multiplayer. Okay, so we'll go rough up people at some point, but not today. Can't remember. I thought it was supposed to mark where the signs are.
Be sure to try. I'm quite
But maybe it doesn't. I'm kind of curious at this point. Let's go fight one. Let's go fight one of them. And for this I am gonna bust out the unendurable frenzy, because nothing better than making it so that the NPC doesn't get to actually play the game. That's the shit I do like. How many dogs are gonna jump down from the sky? It's raining dogs. Hallelujah, it's raining dogs. Or maybe it's just one. Might just be one NPC invader up in Altus. You like that poison, huh? What do you think of that? And just backpedal. Got him. I can't remember how Varia's quest works now that I'm thinking and doing it. There's summon signs around that you have to jump into, but I can't remember if you get them from the volcano and then you just follow them that way, or what exactly. Anyway. Dargan time. Gonna probably take a ton to actually frostbite this dragon, but that was good damage. We love that. The poison ran out. Stop running away from me! This is why people love dragons. The strategy of catching up to it and then it running away from you is just really, really engaging. Potentially one of the most engaging enemy types in Elden Ring, if I'm being real with you. And I always try to be real with you, chat. Well, that's my favorite spell. The point blank fire spell that you can barely get time to react to before it's on you. Got him. Good job, Kefka. You really use that lightning weakness to your advantage. All right, before we go back, I do... Well, we can check it. And check it at Disgrace, I suppose. See if I need to go to the tower or if I can just access the Great Room from here. I gotta go access the tower. God damn it. Ugh. I'm gonna look up the difference between the Dark Moons. It's gonna bug me. All right. Let's see here. Both take up 2 slots. For knowledge requires... Yep. I genuinely don't know which is better. Huh. Interesting. That can't be the case, though, because I know that Renala's does Frostbite too. None of this is making sense. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm dumb and not... Maybe Renala's doesn't Frostbite and I'm just being extra dense. Yeah, I guess Renalis doesn't do frostbite. And Ronnie's does. So interesting. Oh my god. Of course we're frostbiting things because I have Ronnie's on. Of course we're frostbiting things because I have Ronnie's on right now. Oh, I promise I have a brain in there somewhere. I promise I know how to think. Oh my god. Now my head just hurts. Now my head just hurts. All right. Holy shit. It's all good. It's all good. Gotta redo the order of my spells now, though, because I have a specific way that I want things to be. I'm gonna try Rain of Fire. Just for the lulz. I also have Elden Stars for a holy spell, but I feel like Light of Judgment is just as thematic. So if I do my hop, skip, and a jump back, and then I beeline it back inside. These... What are you guys doing down here? Oh, they're rats. Okay. I was confused. Apparently my brain's just not working tonight. Let's try Rain of Fire. Seems pretty cool, but it's a long-ass cast. Ooh, gold eyes. Not that runes are necessary, but he pointed himself out to me. I had to take him. That is amazing. Yeah, Light of Mikola or Light of Judgment is just kind of a, well, tank it and prosper type thing. Costs so much mana to use, though. Costs so much mana to use. Izzy joined the voice chat. The fact that that's popping up is super weird. Super weird. Makes me feel like a creeper. Discord giving me too much info. Okay, so how do I get to the tower again? Not as dense as a neutron star. I've at least got that going for me. There we go. Okay. Let me find a way to drop down from here. Yes. Can I survive this? Do I have any rainbow stones? No, of course not. Why would I? Why would I? I think I can. Well, but not if I miss. Not if I miss. Gravity again. Or we can just bum rush the main gate, which I think might be the appropriate play. If I can even get the gate open at this point. I might have goofed by not having... I goofed, not having him open the main gate. Unfortunate. Okay. No opening of the gates for me. What's wrong with the word cloaca? How does this even come to be a conversation? I'm confused. Y'all wilding out in Discord right now. Talking about cloacas and shit. Leave me alone. It's a long story. Okay. That name is amazing. That name is so funny. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my god, if I could just... If I could finagle a jump. It wants to let me. I can feel it. Okay. I think if you reverse direction from the secluded cell, there's actually a super easy way to get there. Yes, I am. Huzzah! Slice! Yo! What's up, D? How you doing? Yeah, that spell's just not the play. Hate to be the one to tell Mesmer that that spell kind of suck. You know what, sir? You get to have poison. Enjoy. Pop. All right. So from here, where does one go if they wish to... It's down this way, right? It is. Excellent. Guys, being real rude right now. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. You want to do it the bad way? We'll do it the bad way, okay? Boom. You're dead. Boom. You're dead. It's like when Rick said, "Don't touch me or you'll die," and nobody took him seriously in the president's office. Well, this is what happens. I make good on the threat. Are we happy? There. It's not magic. It's an insurance policy. Oh. Oh, is that a line of sight I see? Can I? Huzzah! If you didn't want to get smited by divine judgment, you should have thought of that before becoming peasants. You can hit me all you want. It's already too late. But I can aim this. Get him. I didn't get him. Wild. Nope, he's still very much up there. It's all good though. Huzzah! Huzzah! Oh, another group of enemies? What group of enemies? This is the only spell in the game that really gives me the feeling that I'm in the Convergence mod with the flashbang spells that they give you. All right. Lion, are we doing this the easy way or the hard way, bud? Ouch. Apparently the hard way. And I don't even have enough FP for poison. All right, round 2 on this. There we go. Get lightning staked in the head. Ouch, ouch. Wankers. All right. Let's go get our great rune that we apparently don't need. 68's the play. Bolt Drake Talisman, yay. I need to replace Rain of Fire because it's just not good. It's just not that good. The thing I like about the nails is they are a very high staggering weapon. Or a high staggering spell. They're like up there with the gravity spells as far as like stagger potential goes. I don't know why I thought I could outrun that. Shank. Do it. Do it. You won't. I wonder what happens if I just spam Dark Moons into his chest. Wonder if he'll stagger that way. Apparently not. That took a metric fuck ton of FP to do all those. Yo, multiple hitboxes on the tornado? That spell just keeps getting better and better. It's like at first, I don't think I'm liking the Divine Beast Tornado. And like now, I'm really liking the Divine Beast Tornado. Peen Punch. What made you guys start? Is it because I brought up WoW earlier? Is that why? Or were you subtly teasing whenever you sent me the tank TikTok the other day? Peen Punch. I had a monk in Baldur's Gate of a similar name. Good times. Glad we shared the brain cell. He was not feeling any other games. Fair enough. Fair enough. And you don't have ya boy to play Night Rain with, because that's what you really want to play. Sure, that's what you really want to play. A little bit of Night Rain. Excellent. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. This is actually closer. Dude, that's a mood. That is such a mood. That is such a mood. Yo, I had the violent urge to actually start building characters for Endgame and Zenless. So I spent the other day like 3 hours going through and spending all of my battery resources that I had been stocking up, all of my Wenjin resources, a bunch of resources that I've just been bogarting to actually get some characters in game ready. So that felt pretty good. I think the reasoning is because, like, up to this point, the character chase has been like my primary goal, getting polychrome, all that stuff. But now I've got enough characters and enough, like, to fill out like specific teams that I need. I don't really need any of the characters that are coming out. They're just like slight power creep characters of characters that are already existing. So I feel comfortable enough with the teams that I have and the strength values of those teams that I'm just gonna start building them out until actual new characters that I want come out. Because right now we're on the Rabbit Girl with the that's basically Jane Doe 2.0. Don't really need her because I've got Jane Doe. Next is the Foot Robot. Don't really need her. Then after that is the Dragon Girl with the fire laser tail. Was really interested in her off of the trailers for this season. Not interested in her anymore after seeing her kit and stuff. So that's like 3 patch cycles that I'm just not going to be going for a character. Unless they rerun Vivian. That's the only like character that I'm waiting for a rerun on. When we start in WoW characters together, I don't know, man. Sometime. I promise. I do owe it to you. You played Final Fantasy 14 for a couple months with me. It's the least I could do. So is Honkai and like they don't do like alternate forms in Genshin, right? So I know Honkai has a few alternate forms, and then well, I guess Traveler technically is like different forms, but gotcha. So Anby is a unique case, is what you're telling me. Yeah, yeah, you got your character to max level for the free trial and did some of the in-game base content, so I feels you there. Nope. Nope. Man, I love spells that have hyper armor. Super useful. Super useful. Pulling a Gustav and telling these guys to get out of my way. Oh, it doesn't go upstairs. Get out of my way. Oh my god, no. Not like this. Not like this. Not to the dogs. That can't be my first death. That's not gravity related. Ugh. Later, fuckos. And in WoW, we can actually play the game together. What do you mean? We could play the game together in Final Fantasy 14. Kind of. It was weird having such too many instances for the story stuff. Too many instances for the story stuff. Once you got to the dungeons and stuff, that was cool, but it you know what it felt like? It almost felt like Elden Ring. Elden Ring with normal multiplayer. Like not without without the seamless co-op mod. It was that kind of a disjointed type of experience. All right, we got Doge. Oh my god. Those you are not going to be my first death. Hate to tell ya. I am out of mana! Oh, I shouldn't have charged it. Dude, New Game Plus Red Wolf kind of messing me up. I've always been terrible at fighting the Red Wolf, though. To be fair, Red Wolf was my first, like, shitter wall when it came to Elden Ring. I had so much trouble with Red Wolf. I need to do two things. I need to put on Godric's Room. I need to get rid of Rain of Fire because it's garbage. Terrible spell. Terrible spell. Gravity doesn't count. Gravity is the collector of souls. You have to pay tribute. I didn't put the Godric rune on. I'll get it here later. Remind me next time I'm out of Grace to put the Godric rune on, please. Because I'm a dingus. All right. Parry this, you filthy casual. Ha ha! All right. Let's see how a mage battle goes. Can't imagine it going horribly, but you never know. She does have resistance to a decent chunk of my kit. Feats! You one cycled? One cycle, chat? I do miss in Night Rain. I wish that stamina consumption was this. Oh my god. Gonna make me poison myself and not even get poisoned yourself. All right. More moon. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. You are not gonna let me hit you, are you? I'm gonna get one. I have a spell for this. Oh, that knocked her over. That's wild. Oh, crap. A Bloodhound Knight, really? No, those just could hit a little bit more. Oh my god. The moon hit me. I thought that was gonna kill me. Got her. That was way sketchier than it needed to be. That was way sketchier than it needed to be. Light of Judgment did big boy damage, though. I was actually surprised to see how big it chunked. I don't know if she's weak to Holy or what exactly. She's like the one boss in the game that's weak to Holy in the base game. Equip your rune! Will do. Boom.
Where did he flee, my sweeting?
Crunch!
Whence he hide? There are books and light aplenty.
All right.
Not come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones to be better born anew?
Ugh. What's his name? Is it Yur? It's not Yura. It's Vare. Vare's questline. I swear there's a way to do the NPC stuff. Magnus the Beast's Claw. The Wraith Blood Ruins. That is in Altus Plateau. Okay, that's what I thought. So we need to get to Altus Plateau. Can do, will do. Ugh. That's where we're heading now. Onward to Altus. Could go to the Carrion Manor and all that stuff, but I don't want to. I'm already getting my butt pushed in by magic resistant enemies. I don't want to go and seek out more magic resistant enemies, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You feeling me, homies? So, let's not and say we did, shall we? WoW has a free trial, right? Is that a thing? WoW does? Nice. Seems like a little bit low of a level, but be a good way to get a vibe for the game. I just want to do healer things. That's all I want. And y'all are Alliance, right? I can't be an edgelord horde guy. See, that's where Final Fantasy XIV excels. You get the first 2 expansions and the base game on the free trial. But I understand make as many characters as you want and get them to level 20. You guys like pinatas? Boop. Can I get a 2 for here? I don't think that explosion's gonna reach the other guy, but it might. Hey, got him. Chain reaction. Love to see it. I'm gonna test something. Can I actually poison somebody with like the normal attacks off of this thing? I don't think I can. Not without having the arcane stat. Oh, I can. It just takes a literal ton of attacks, whereas I can just hit the weapon art and poison things instantly. Gotcha. So in a pinch, I could poison things that way. Plenty of great healer options for you. I will say, Druid does not appeal to me whatsoever. For some reason. Do they have a healer form? Shaman also doesn't really appeal to me. Bear Druid is best. Best tank? Hell yeah. Druid does have a healing stance. Gotcha. I was thinking Priest, Warlock. I don't know what the other classes are in WoW. I'm super uncultured when it comes to WoW. I don't think Warlock has a healing form. I think it's either dots or summons or burst, if I remember right. Yeah, I figured locks were all DPS all day. Priest has 2 healing specs? That seems like overkill. What's the difference? How much variation can you have in a healer to put 2 healings into one class? Seems silly. They could have made a Warlock healer. What is DPS healing? Make it make sense, Jake. I come from Final Fantasy 14. I don't know what DPS healing is. I come from a game where if you're not healing almost 24/7 after you hit level like 30, you're not doing it right. God, Catch Flame is so good. We can talk about it later. I got you, bud. No worries. Why am I eating a bolus? I hear singing and I hate it. Up we go. We'll figure it out, though. I'll probably go full healing with the priest and then do a warlock for a DPS. And then for tank... I know priest probably has a tank class, right? Evoker? What's an evoker? Monk has a healing class too? I forgot. Priest and paladin not being like the same thing like weirds me out. That's always struck me as something that like an archetype that should be the same. For a tanky. Gotcha. What are the tank options? If you don't mind me asking. I think I'm going to do a summon for this fight, just to see how they do. See how they fare. Alright, Florsax. AKA Bahamut, get in there. I should probably aggro the boss, right? I am going to shank you, sir! Oh, I forgot. This is regular Elden Ring. Enemies have invincibility frames. What a glorious day was had. Warrior, Paladin, Druid, Demon Hunter, Death Knight, Monk. Okay. Okay. I would probably go either a warrior or a paladin for tank. That sounds about right to me. That checks out to me. That seems correct to me. I can understand that. Monk tanks by being drunk. Is he actually tanking, or can he just not feel the pain, which lets him keep going? Gotcha. Okay. I probably shouldn't use the red lightning against the red lightning dragon, right? Probably frowned upon, right? What about angry fire? Oh, it doesn't like the angry fire. Okay. You running away? Like a little bitch? So yeah, there we go. Healer priest, one of the DPSs of warlock, and then either paladin or warrior for tank. All right, there is a ruin somewhere in here. That allows me to go to Moog. Might be here? I can't remember where it's at. Either there or there. One of those two. During my brief tenure with WoW when I did try it, I tried Rogue and Druid. Sir? Sir? Why can you cover so much distance so quickly? I do not approve. Guess it obviously wasn't that. Ah, dog, leave me alone. I'm stuck. I remember that place. Yeah, the tower that disappears. Yeah, that goes to the horrible place. I don't want to go there. Volcano Manor. Not my steez. I think this is where I need to be. Yep, Wraith Blood Ruins. Well, that was a lot of damage. There's a dog behind me, isn't there? Where's the summon sign game? Hey, why is this dog tanky as all get out? Being bullied by slimes. All right, where's the summon sign game? I need help. My colorblind eyes need help. Is it down in this next part? There it is. This guy's about to get the business. Oh, and he didn't even push. He should have pushed. Get the business, bud. Get the business. Not gonna gatekeep me. That doesn't seem like you. Dog, fuck off. Why? Why did you come from all the way over there just to mess with me? I was in the map and everything. Literally every single class if you desire. The only problem with that is I have to make a character from scratch every single time. That's a little bit annoying. I enjoyed that Final Fantasy XIV had the job system where I could just keep my one character to level up a primary job and then play catch up with the secondary and supplementary jobs. But I think that's a nitpick. I'm sure there's plenty of people that prefer having different characters with like their specializations like stamped out by the character. So there's a give and take to both of them.
Oh, I'm glad. You have a... I wish to... A knight luminary... So... now. For your... Normally this... But since...
Where is the dead maiden? It's in Caelid, right? I think it's like right over here in Caelid. Pretty sure the dead maiden's in the same church that you find the one chick for Melania's quest line in. I'm double check though, or we go wasting time. No, not that goats. Oh, there's several ones. Okay, there's one in you can kill Arena and Weeping Peninsula, you can kill Hiera, or there's one at the Church of Inhibition. Okay. Gotcha. So it is in Liurnia. I remember where that's at. And it is not in Caelid. I'm glad we didn't commit to that. Yeah, the goats are mean. They're being real nasty to me. Being real ruder duders, if you know what I mean. I think it's there. It's not there. It's somewhere along this, like, left path here, so... At least I think it's still on that side. I don't think I'm tripping, dog. Da-da-dun-da-da-da. Da-da-dun-da-da-da. Jump, 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 jump. This is just easier than going and doing all the alternative stuff to get to Moog's Palace. I gotta go fight Radon at some point too. Just remembered that. What a stinker. Don't know when that opens up though. I don't plan on doing Ronnie's questline. I don't think I have to do Ronnie's questline to get Radon to come out. For the Radon Festival. It's always been super hit or miss on whether I can get the Radon portal to spawn or not. This almost feels bad. It's just a guy driving a boat and I'm just casting holy light on him. I kind of felt like the bad guy there, not gonna lie. Maybe because I am, but that dude was just enjoying a row. And I smited him. Quite in Kefka character, honestly. It checks out. It checks out. The flavor is there. Somebody being happy and having the time of their life. Holy light. Get 'em. The open world of this game is so pretty, though. That first playthrough is magical. I wish I could go back and do it again. That first playthrough is so good. Go up here and get the grace real quick. Refill my juice. I'm heading the right way, right? I like this is where the Church of Inhibition is, because it should have the, like, there should be like the little village underneath of it, and then you go up the hill, and yeah, this feels right. No, it doesn't feel right. Where the hell am I going? Doesn't feel right at all, guys. But it is. But it is. That is the play. That is the place. That is the time. Ould. Don't snipe me, bros. I said don't snipe me, bros. That's rude. Ow, 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 ow. Big meanies. Big meanies. Those look badass, though. Running around unfazed. Giant arrows protruding from torso. He's gonna jump. The giant walking mausoleums are a cool touch too. Do love them. Not as they're kind of as cool. So basically they fill the same function as like bonfire aesthetics, where you can get multiple things, resources from bosses, but whether it's better or worse, I suppose, is up in the air. Because I do kind of like the vibe of just refighting bosses with the aesthetic. God bless. I thought I was doing something wrong, and I was. Now we gotta tiptoe through the tulips. Find a healthy way to get down. Okay. We did it, chat. We did it. Now where's the jump? This is a lot of effort. A lot more effort than I remember it being to get up to where I need to go. Where's my spirit spring? I am so lost and confused. I swore there was a spirit spring to get all the way up there. Frenzied rats. We're on the right track. All right, I found it. I was just in the complete wrong neighborhood. That hurt me? That jump hurt me? It's okay. Madness can't hurt me. For I am the madness. I bet I could do something. Hi, boys. No more. Ha 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 ha. No more. Wee. All right. Now we just gotta fight Vike. Real sad. Real sad story. It's his maiden that's up in this church, and he took the frenzied flame just so she wouldn't have to die, and then she died anyway. Such is the tragic tale of a From Software NPC. Where you at, buddy? I'm sure this man's gonna have all of the frenzy resistance, but not enough. Not enough. I don't think I actually frenzied him though. I think just the big deeps got him. All right. Last trip to Vare. Then we can actually start pushing forward with stuff again. Shoulders are tight. That's not the only thing that's tight, if you know what I know, chat. You know what I know. My bank account is what I'm talking about. It's a really financially rough time. All right, Vare, where are you at, bud? Look at all those albinarics doing frog things in the lake. How dare they?
You've complete, and with this a night. Now, this no.
Stab my finger, sir. It's cool thematically. So you use like the festering severed fingers to invade and stuff like that. But he basically imbues your finger, the bloody finger. That's your finger. See how it's not severed? You can just use your finger to invade at any point now.
You have. Oh, another. A medal granted with the power to drive guard, but you mustn't use the meeting luminary mode yet. We must. One day, right?
Okay. Now we can go to Moog's anytime we want to. And a glorious day we shall have. But that'll be a future endeavor. For now, I have a Draconic Tree Sentinel to go fight. One of my least favorite homeboys to fight in this game. I was real bad at fighting him. But maybe a mage builds the play. He shoots fireballs. I shoot magic. Should be a great time. Considering he does shoot fireballs, I am assuming fire is not going to be the play. Could be wrong. He also uses red lightning, so I'm assuming lightning will not be the play. But stranger things have been true. Like Moog being the blood guy, also being weak to blood. Make it make sense, chat. He's so into blood that he's okay bleeding himself, apparently, is the only... That's the only thing I could gather. That's the only thing that made sense to me. Bork. I gotta go through the gate first and then hang a hard left. There's methods to this stuff. Order of operations that need to be had. Can't go skipping the process. These Landell Knights are horrible at their job. When just a dude on a horse, they will just ride past. No problem. And then they salute me as I pass through. Because they good little bitches. They know what's up. I will fight the gargoyle, though. That sounds like a fun little fight to do. Nice try, guy. Why was your head so far up? That felt weird. Was fighting you a mistake? Almost was. I feel like that was almost mistake territory. I expected him to stagger a lot quicker, and then I also expected to be able to get the riposte after I staggered him, so. Constant disappointment. Pretty sure that was Morgot. Was that not Morgot? Can you just kill him before he does his thing? Apparently so, because nope, that peasant's still out there.
I see thee, little tarnish, smoldering with
I hate fighting him in this location, though. Two. Ouch. That reach is ridiculous. What was the choice? What are we having? Can you stop canceling me out of my stuff? Please, just... Oh my god. Cheating. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I wish you got more hyper armor for spells in this game. I feel like that would make a lot of these charged mage builds feel a bit better. But maybe that would be too much. Maybe that would be too much. I don't think it would. But maybe it would. I'm not a game developer. I don't know. I don't know why some spells get hyper armor and others don't. It's okay, though. It's okay. All right. Throwing balls. Oh, that was a bunch of wasted mana that didn't reach. Oh, he can't hit me. That's nice. Oh, shit. That might have been the cleanest Draconic Tree Sentinel fight I have ever had. Ever. Apparently the man is allergic to magic in a few different capacities. Holy crap. I still think MP regen would be good. I still think MP regen would be good. And they have enough methods, like they have separate scaling for things with PvP and stuff now, that they could make it so that if you were invaded, your MP regen stops. So I still think it would be a good time. And they kind of gave it to you in the overworld with killing groups of enemies, refilling your flasks. So inadvertently they gave it to you, just in a weird sideways kind of way. So can't be mad about that. No sir. Is that And I've also realized that the PvP community of these games is so niche that it really isn't intelligent to build mechanics exclusively around the PvP community. Unless they do it in a sense like what they've done with the arenas and stuff like that. But it was nice to finally see them have separate scalings and stuff for PvP stuff, so that the PvE can still have the OP stuff and then it doesn't ruin the PvP. Elden Ring PvP is such a mixed bag anyway, though. God, Catch Flame is so good. What an amazing spell. Yeah, Convergence MP regen is great. I feel like that's the appropriate amount of regen as well. I don't feel like you need to overdo it and make everything just be spammable, because at that point you might as well just get rid of MP as a resource altogether. Making it so that you can't just straight up spam, you have to at least wait things out, is good. It's good. It's a good resource to have. Good resource to have. And that Elden Ring needs MP regen is a very well-received video. A lot of people agreed with me on that one. The one I got the most shit about was the Elden Ring ruining PvP video.
I shall to farewell.
Because a lot of people don't like PvP, so they're 100% fine with it. They would rather sacrifice the 1v1 PvPing being turned on by default to have the option to just never PvP if they don't want to. So, where you at, Tree? Got too close. Back away slowly. God, that does so much damage. In hindsight, it was probably the play. Cutting solo invasions was probably the play. Why? What the actual hell is going on? Am I getting sniped through the wall? Was probably the play. Just makes me feel bad for the co-op community having to contend with all of the PvPers. Personally, I don't expect PvP to make a return in whatever the next Souls-like is. I expect it to be almost exclusively PvE. But having the invasions and stuff is what separates From Software Souls games from the traditional Souls-likes that are flooding the market. So these guys are wholly resistant. I wonder if I can one-shot them. I can. I can. Wish I had a better answer for these gargoyles, though. Oh my god. And my first death's to a gargoyle. That checks out. That checks out. Oh, the greatsword gargoyles are the worst, though. I'll take a twin blade or an axe gargoyle over the straight sword gargoyle any day. I'm just bad at fighting them. Oh, he almost wrecked himself on it. That works. We take that. I don't think you guys are getting out of it either. You guys are still getting the light of judgment. Yeah. Oh my god. I've never seen that move before. That was weird. Them like hitting with their back and spreading the spores. Although to be fair, these guys don't usually survive very long. As you see. Yeah, I'm playing offline right now. It's always existed. All right, gold free. That's some decent damage, honestly. Not as good as my damage, but... I will walk slowly until my spells start hitting. Cinematic as fuck. You know what? Oh, did they buff me? Does the dragon summon buff me? That's cool. I don't think that's a buff from using Lightning Spear, right? Nah, it must buff me. That's cool. That's very cool. The spell's too good. If you have a good frenzy build up resist, the spell's way too good. All right. Morgot, my worst boss in the game. The one I am just cheeks at fighting. Let's see how a full mage handles Morgot. But if I can beat him at level 1, holy shit. Yep, deserve that. God, that grab is OP. Got him. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's what I'm surprised they didn't do, was the rune arc method. Because that checks out... Basically, that's how all the other games worked. You put yourself into your full health state, whether it's Humanity, Embered, Alive in Demon Souls, or full health, not Hollow in Dark Souls 2. Yeah. That's the way it's always been. So that checks out. And rune arcs are a limited resource like they are in all those other games. So, yeah. They gotta be unique, I guess.
Allow me, you were prevented the thorn.
The Taunter's Tongue just feels lazy. Like, oh yeah, open yourself up. And then because my issue with the way that they handled invasions in this is I personally like every so often getting a random invasion. I don't want it to be constantly. I don't want it to be on demand. And that's what the Taunter's Tongue does. It's basically an on-demand invasion. Like, I'm going to use this item, and then within 30 seconds, somebody's going to invade me. Doesn't fill the same role that I like being invaded. And it also, I don't feel like, fills the same role of somebody that is doing the invading. Because the person that you're invading, if they're solo, is expecting you. Or if they're in a duo, you have the disadvantage. So it's a weird demographic. And I know invasions in general are a hot topic. So, but anyways, guys, that is where we are going to end the stream for the night. Wasn't the Taunter's Tongue similar to the Dried Fingers? Similar, but not really. So the Dried Fingers allowed you to bring in an extra person into co-op, but it made it so that you were more likely to be invaded. It didn't immediately make you get invaded, though. Whereas the Taunter's Tongue, basically, the way Elden Ring's invasion system works is anywhere in that area, it'll suck them to you. So it's just a weird system. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end for the night. Thank y'all for coming out and chilling. We will be back with more Kefka run probably this weekend. I think I'm gonna take Fridays off. So see you guys Saturday after I get off work for more Kefka run. Probably finish the base game at that point, and then the third one will be some DLC stuff. So take care, be safe, have fun, everybody, and much love. I appreciate you all very much, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.